She didn't lose weight, she didn't change her makeup, she didn't even buy new clothes. And yet suddenly everyone noticed something different. She looked more elegant, taller, softer, stronger. The secret? It wasn't the fabric. It wasn't the color. It was the silhouette, the way her clothes moved with her, not against her. Hi, and welcome back to Healthwise for Seniors, the channel where elegance gets better with age. Today, we're diving into a topic that's often overlooked, but quietly powerful: silhouette design. We're talking about the lines and shapes in your clothing that either lift your look or weigh it down. And trust me, after 60, it's not about dressing younger. It's about dressing smarter, more in tune with your energy, your posture, and your presence. Now, some women believe that after a certain age, style becomes limited, but I disagree. In fact, the right silhouette can do more for your confidence than any trend ever could. Before we jump into the 7 silhouettes that quietly transform how you look and feel, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to Healthwise for Seniors. Your support means the world to us, and it helps us keep creating thoughtful, empowering content just for you. All right, let's begin with a line beauty that emerges from comfort. The A-line silhouette is one of the most timeless, flattering shapes a woman over 60 can wear. With its gentle flare from the waist down, it skims the body without clinging, creating a graceful, flowing movement that feels both comfortable and elegant. For women whose bodies have shifted with time, perhaps a fuller midsection, a softer waistline, or hips that have become more prominent. This cut offers structure without restriction and style without sacrifice. Take Elaine from Charleston, 67 years old. She used to struggle with pants that felt too tight around her stomach. But once she tried an A-line midi skirt in a crisp cotton fabric paired with a tucked-in blouse and low-heeled slingbacks, she said, "I finally felt like myself again, pulled together but not stuffed in." A-line pieces work beautifully across seasons. In warmer months, a sleeveless linen dress that flares gently from the waist is perfect for staying cool while looking polished. When the weather cools, a long wool coat with a soft A-line shape creates structure and elegance without overwhelming the figure. Cardigans or light jackets that open naturally from the waist down are great layering pieces. They move with you, not against you. Psychologically, the A-line shape creates a sense of openness and approachability. It offers balance, especially important for women whose shoulders and hips may no longer be as aligned as they once were. It also brings ease into the way a woman walks, sits, or stands, making her presence feel calm, assured, and quietly confident. A few things to watch for: avoid overly stiff fabrics that can make the silhouette look boxy, or fabrics that are too flimsy and collapse against the body. And steer clear of overly flared cuts that can overwhelm a petite frame. Instead, opt for clean lines, structured softness, and flattering lengths. Around the knee or mid-calf is ideal. Ultimately, the A-line silhouette doesn't try to change who you are. It simply highlights your elegance, your ease, and your experience, 3 things that only get better with age. H-shaped body, straight leg pants, mandarin collar shirt, blazer without waist definition. The H-shaped silhouette is a quiet powerhouse in the wardrobe of women over 60. With its clean lines and straight structure, it speaks of confidence, refinement, and ease. It's perfect for women who no longer feel the need to define their waistline, but still want to look intentional, modern, and elegant. Straight-leg trousers, collarless shirts, and unstructured blazers are the key pieces here. They create a long, uninterrupted line that visually elongates the body and brings a sense of calm precision to your outfit. This silhouette doesn't rely on curves. It highlights balance, structure, and a kind of grace that comes from letting go of the need to shape yourself into something else. Take Carol from Seattle, 66 years old. She spent most of her working life in tailored suits with cinched waists and heels. But after retirement, she wanted a softer, more authentic version of elegance. "Now I wear wide-leg trousers in soft charcoal, a cream mandarin collar blouse, and a loose blazer. It's simple, but I feel sharp and completely myself." The H silhouette works best when the fabrics are just structured enough to hold their shape, but still have movement. Think crepe, lightweight wool, or polished cotton. A band collar shirt in ivory or muted rose gives a minimalist touch near the face, while a straight blazer without darts or defined waist adds just enough polish. This look also allows your accessories and posture to take center stage. A long, slender pendant necklace, delicate silver earrings, or a silk scarf casually draped can bring just the right amount of softness to offset the linear shapes. To avoid looking too boxy or stiff, keep these tips in mind. Choose fabrics with subtle drape, nothing too stiff or too flimsy. Add slight asymmetry, like a side-slit blouse or a blazer with an open front. Keep the color palette muted but layered. Shades like dove gray, sage green, soft taupe, or midnight navy bring dimension and depth. The H-shaped silhouette isn't flashy. It's not chasing trends, it's about quiet structure. It's for the woman who walks into a room not to be noticed, but to belong, grounded, softly draped silhouette. The soft wrap silhouette is a gentle embrace, not just for the body, but for the spirit. It's the kind of shape that flatters without forcing, that flows without clinging. For women over 60, whose bodies have changed in subtle ways, softer curves, shifting proportions, or a desire for freedom of movement, the soft wrap is both forgiving and deeply feminine. Unlike tight bodycon styles or stiff tailoring, soft wrap pieces skim the body with intention. Think wrap dresses, cardigans that tie loosely at the waist, silk blouses with side gathers, or kimono-style jackets that fall gently over the hips. They don't squeeze or shape. They glide, they drape, they move with you. Take Patricia from Austin, 63, who transitioned from structured office wear to more fluid, expressive pieces in retirement. I found that when I wore soft wrap dresses, especially in matte jersey or silk, I didn't feel like I was dressing younger. I felt like I was dressing freer. My posture changed. I felt more graceful. The beauty of the wrap silhouette is how it creates a natural waistline without pressure. Even if the waist is no longer sharply defined, a soft tie at the side or a diagonal drape across the torso adds shape and movement in a subtle, flattering way. For many women, it restores that feeling of being put together without the discomfort. Soft wrap pieces work beautifully in knit jersey for wrap tops and dresses that move with the body, lightweight cashmere for cardigans that tie gently without bulk, silk or crepe for blouses that cross over the bust and float toward the hip. For women with fuller busts or rounder midsections, a diagonal line across the torso is visually slimming. For those with narrower hips or straighter frames, a gathered side tie can add just the right amount of shape and curve. Color and print matter here too. Soft wrap silhouettes look especially elegant in muted tones like dusty rose, slate blue, ivory, or sage. Small, abstract prints that don't overwhelm the body but add texture. Solid darks like deep plum or midnight navy for a long, lean effect. To complete the look, pair a wrap blouse with straight-leg trousers and low-heeled mules, or wear a wrap dress with a midi hemline and soft gold jewelry. Let your accessories be as fluid as your clothes, nothing too stiff or geometric. Most of all, the soft wrap is about comfort that still feels refined. It's sensual without being elongated yet curvy figure. The long line plus curve silhouette is like visual poetry, gentle, elongated, and quietly powerful. For women over 60, this shape offers something rare, a way to soften the body while adding height and grace. It's perfect for those who want to appear effortlessly elegant without constriction, and who understand that style is less about shape, more about flow. This silhouette typically features garments that extend beyond the hips, cardigans that fall to mid-thigh or below, coats with curved hems, tunics with rounded edges, or midi dresses that gently contour without clinging. The key here is length plus softness. The long lines draw the eye vertically, while the curved hems or rounded silhouettes remove harshness. Take Judith from Portland, 68, who traded her old cropped jackets and boxy sweaters for long-line knits and softly curved dusters. I never realized how much more elegant I could feel in longer pieces. My whole posture changed. I felt lighter, more graceful, like my clothes were moving with me instead of against me. One of the best aspects of this silhouette is its camouflage power without heaviness. A long, softly rounded cardigan in light cashmere or bamboo knit doesn't add bulk, but it does smooth the visual line, covering the hips, thighs, or midsection in a way that feels natural and unforced. And the curved element? It's psychological. Rounded hems, waterfall fronts, and flowing edges communicate gentleness and femininity. They're the opposite of stiffness, and they signal ease, serenity, and wisdom in a way that no cinched waist ever could. Perfect pairings for this silhouette include longline cardigans or dusters layered over slim-fit trousers or straight jeans, knit midi dresses with a slight flare or curved side seams, wrap coats or trench styles with soft lapels and draping fabric, curved hem tunics worn over leggings or wide-leg cropped pants. Fabrics should move, think soft merino wool, brushed cotton, cupro, bamboo blends, or modal. Avoid anything stiff or bulky that breaks the fluidity. Color-wise, this silhouette looks especially stunning in monochromatic or tonal outfits. A dove gray longline sweater over a gray silk top and trousers. A deep navy tunic with soft curved sides over matching wide leg pants. A buttercream curved hem dress with nude flats and gold jewelry. To accessorize, think light and vertical. A long pendant necklace, a narrow silk scarf, or earrings that add height without bulk. The idea is to echo the vertical, flowing feel of the outfit. Longline plus curve isn't about hiding, it's about extending. It's for the woman who no longer wants to draw hard lines around her body, but instead invites movement, comfort, and refinement. It's graceful, grounded, and quietly commanding, the kind of gracefully rising silhouette. The upward lines silhouette is all about lifting, not just visually, but emotionally. For women over 60, it's a subtle styling strategy that elevates posture, elongates the neckline, and draws the eye upward, creating a more refined and radiant presence without any extreme changes. It's quiet but transformative. This design approach leans on pieces with vertical accents that guide the eye from chest to face. Think V-neck blouses or dresses that open the neckline, mandarin collars or stand-up collars that elongate without choking, structured shoulder seams that angle slightly upward, diagonal pleats or stitching details that slope toward the collarbone. Take Marilyn from San Diego, 65, who used to feel weighed down in heavy scarves or round neck sweaters. I discovered that just switching to soft V-neck sweaters and collared blouses made me feel instantly more awake and polished. People started asking if I'd changed my skincare routine, but really, it was just my neck and jawline being framed better. As we age, our jawlines may soften, our necks may lose some definition, and our posture can subtly shift forward. Upward-focused silhouettes counterbalance these changes by creating a gentle lift in the visual composition of an outfit. Key garments that create this effect: blouses with softly structured V or split necklines, shirts with stand collars, band collars that visually extend the neck, dresses with empire seams or angled darts that move the eye upward, jackets with princess seams that slope toward the shoulder. Avoid deep scoop necks or wide round collars that flatten the chest and draw the eye sideways. They tend to pull focus down and outward rather than up and in. The upward silhouette also works beautifully when combined with accessories that echo the same direction. Long pendant necklaces that end just above the bust. Drop earrings that frame the jawline. Light scarves draped in a way that draws the eye vertically, not bulky loops. Color and contrast matter too. Wearing darker tones on the lower half and lighter or more vibrant hues near the face enhances the lifting effect. A periwinkle blouse with a gentle V-neck paired with slate gray trousers creates a perfect balance of elevation and calm. Textile choice helps maintain this visual structure. Crepe, silk, pont knit, or lightweight suiting fabrics provide enough shape without stiffness. The upward line silhouette is ideal for moments when you want to look alert, present, and quietly confident, whether it's a lunch with friends, a gallery opening, or simply running errands with grace. It's not flashy, but it does something magical. Elegance captured at its most perfect moment. The crop and balance silhouette is all about knowing where to stop the eye, a thoughtful approach to proportion that celebrates the most flattering points on the body. For women over 60, this design philosophy helps create visual harmony, especially when height, posture, or body composition may have shifted with time. Instead of long, overwhelming layers or overly long tunics that pull everything downward. Crop and balance uses strategic hemlines to guide attention and restore shape. It's not about exposing more, it's about knowing how much is just right. Key items that define this silhouette include crop jackets that hit right at or just above the hip, tops that stop mid-hip or above the thigh line, skirts that end just at the knee or mid-calf, never awkwardly in between, cropped wide-leg pants or culottes that expose the ankle bone, the slimmest part of the leg. Take Ellen from Chicago, 69, who used to wear long tunics to hide her midsection. only to find they made her look shorter and boxier. When I started wearing shorter sweaters and jackets that ended near my hip, my legs suddenly looked longer. I hadn't changed my body, I just changed the line. This silhouette plays with negative space. Allowing just a little ankle, wrist, or neckline to peek through can add freshness and movement without revealing too much. For example, a cropped blazer over a high-waisted midi dress creates a sculpted frame without being tight. A boxy, waist-length sweater paired with tailored trousers brings structure without needing to define the waist. Crop and balance is also about layering with care. If the outer layer is longer, the inner layer should stop shorter, and vice versa. This keeps the eye moving upward and inward instead of being dragged down by competing lengths. Tips to enhance the effect. Opt for ankle-length pants with low-contrast shoes like nude, taupe, or soft metallics to visually elongate the leg. Use belts sparingly, only when they help define the body in a clean, natural way, not when they slice it awkwardly in half. Monochrome dressing from top to bottom can further support the balanced silhouette with a cropped jacket or short cardigan as the final touch. Color and fabric choice are also essential. Stiffer fabrics like cotton twill or light denim maintain sharp cropped shapes, while flowy fabrics like rayon or silk blends need more precise tailoring to avoid looking shapeless. The crop and balance silhouette is especially helpful. Elegant movement. The fluid silhouette is all about movement, grace, and softness, an intentional departure from stiff tailoring or overly structured garments. For women over 60, whose style often leans toward comfort and authenticity, this silhouette offers the best of both worlds: ease of wear and quiet sophistication. Fluid silhouettes are defined not by what they show, but by how they move. They're built from fabrics that drape instead of cling, shapes that float instead of grip. These garments don't sculpt the body, they surround it gently, allowing the natural rhythm of walking, sitting, or turning to become part of the outfit's beauty. Signature pieces include bias-cut skirts that sway with each step, kimono-style jackets that glide behind you, loose midi dresses in silk, viscose, or cupro that catch the breeze, wide-leg palazzo pants that trail softly near the ankle, tops with batwing or dolman sleeves, adding movement through the arms. Take Joanne from Santa Fe, 70, an artist who favors linen tunics and flowing scarves. I like clothes that breathe, that move when I move. I'm not interested in impressing anyone, I just want to feel like myself fully. One of the keys to pulling off the fluid silhouette is fabric choice. Look for textiles with natural drape and softness. Washed silk, modal, tencel, linen blends, and lightweight rayon all create beautiful movement. Avoid stiff cottons or thick knits that interrupt the flow. While some might worry that loose clothing adds bulk, the secret lies in how the fabric falls down and away from the body, not out to the sides. For example, a long, sleeveless tunic with side slits in a silk crepe elongates the figure while allowing elegant sway. To create visual interest, fluid silhouettes often play with layering. A long tank dress under an open kimono with sheer sleeves. Wide-leg trousers with a soft blouse tucked loosely in front, paired with a flowing wrap scarf. A midi skirt with a gentle flare, topped by a sweater in a slightly cropped, boxy shape, structured enough to anchor the movement below. Accessories for this look should also echo softness. Woven leather flats or suede loafers. Lightweight scarves worn loose. Jewelry with organic shapes. Think hammered metals, pearls, or natural stones. The color palette can range from muted earth tones to soft pastels. Think sand, mauve, sky blue, olive, misty lavender. Anything that feels as gentle as the silhouette itself. The fluid silhouette is not about hiding the body. It's about allowing the body to breathe, to express presence through motion rather than tight outlines. It invites the viewer not to judge shape, but to witness grace. It's for the woman who's grown into stillness and understands that sometimes the most powerful thing she can wear is the freedom to move. So there you have it, 7 silhouettes that don't shout for attention, but quietly transform the way you look, the way you move, and most importantly, the way you feel in your clothes. Because after 60, style isn't about chasing trends or squeezing into shapes that don't serve you anymore. It's about honoring who you are today, with softness, with structure, and with silhouettes that support your presence rather than compete with it. Maybe you found yourself in the elegant line of a wrap dress, or in the quiet strength of a charcoal blazer that doesn't cinch but still commands. Whatever it is, Let it reflect your story, not just your size. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to Healthwise for seniors. We're building a space where women over 60 feel seen, celebrated, and beautifully styled at every stage.